All right.
Got it.
The Petri dish. The Petri dish.
La
The Petri
la.
dish. This is the Petri dish. The Petri dish. The Petri dish.
The Petri truck. The
This is the Petri dish. There's something growing in here, and it is knowledge of things to do with your penis. Uh,
yes.
of course, Jonathan already knew exactly what I was talking about earlier when I talked about sounding. So Google it for yourself, dear viewer and or listener.
What is the penis thing called sounding?
Oh, that's right. You had headphones on and you were working through the audio issues.
Yeah.
Sounding is when you take usually sometimes metal, it can be glass, but I don't suggest it. You take a small rod and you just insert it into the tip of your penis, and it's like getting a hand job from the inside.
Oh God, that sounds intense.
Yeah, it can also
Very.
break in there.
Yeah.
So don't do
Oh
it.
God. Yeah. No.
Don't do it, Jonathan.
No. Not gonna.
I can see
Yeah.
you I can see you thinking about it.
Oh. Okay.
Uh, but yeah, that's what's happening, guys. That's what we're doing. We're just we're getting into the real stuff now.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. Three, two, one. Real shit. Go. Inside hand jobs. Boom.
inside hand jobs. I was watching a video. I think I might turn this into a stand-up bit, but I don't know if it'll get me in trouble. I don't think it will though, because this lady is like a known like right-wing grifter.
Oh.
But it's just that she's like a North Korean defector,
Okay.
but she got famous in South Korea for being on like a panel show where it's like a bunch of North Korean defectors and they're all like talking about their experience, except she is a fucking liar. And they
Okay.
like have her on record saying like her story wrong multiple times. Her mom went on that show and was like, she doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about. She's learning about North Korea from all these other people that are here talking. Uh,
Oh.
so I don't feel bad shitting on her.
Oh. Yeah.
She gave this like tearful speech about how like everything in North Korea is bad, and because everything in North Korea is bad, you shouldn't teach people about trans kids. It's like a weird leap she's doing to be a right-wing grifter now in America.
Yeah.
But she was giving this speech, and there's a rhythm to stand-up comedy clips that we have all come to know, where it's like someone says stark premise, cut to the audience, and everyone's like, I don't know if I'm gonna laugh, you know? And then they say like they like double down on the fucked up thing, and everyone's just like, oh, I don't know. And then once they reach the third part, that's the punchline.
Yeah.
Except she is just giving like a speech. So she's sitting there with her microphone and she's like, children in North Korea are starving. And everyone's like, okay, they cut to the audience and everyone's like, ah.
Mm.
And then, second part, she doubles down. She's like, when they have no food, they eat mud. It cuts back to the audience, and I'm like, why are they making the rhythm of this so fucking funny?
Yeah.
And then she hits them with the third part, the punchline. When they eat mud, they die.
Oh.
And that's like the speech she's giving. She's not doing stand up, but the rhythm of it was so,
Stand up.
yeah, it was. And so like it made me think, do they have some like, because I didn't know who she was at first. After that clip, I was like, who the fuck is this person? And why do they have the rhythm of a stand up comedian, but the
Yeah.
material of a right wing grifter? And of course, I found out why. Because all right wing grifters are essentially just failed comedians. I mean, the dude from the Charlottesville rallies, uh, that one guy who started the Proud Boys, like, they're all just like, oh, I used to be an actor, I used to be a comedian, and no one would hire them. So they just started saying crazy shit.
Oh.
Yeah. And so
Yeah.
uh that's when I started looking her up, because I was like, this clip is hilarious.
Oh.
Because to me, I was like, is this just like a Korean comedian and I don't understand their comedy because like the culture of comedy in Korea is different? Or maybe they like Google translated their jokes and they don't quite
Yeah,
work in English.
right.
Because like as a stand-up bit, going on stage and being like, children in North Korea have to eat mud, and when they
Yeah.
eat mud, they die. And that's the
Yeah,
bit. That's fucking funny. Like,
yeah,
not premise wise, just getting up on stage and saying that shit and being like, eat it, eat it
yeah,
up, just like the North Koreans have to eat mud. Uh,
yeah.
my initial thought was like it was like a old fashioned like how America has like black people are like this, but white people are like this. It was like a Korean version where they're like, South Koreans are always eating kimchi out of a giant jar that grandma buried in the backyard, and the North Koreans are eating mud and dying.
Oh God.
You know, like
Yeah,
it could work. It could work.
yeah,
So I feel like it's not my fault that she's bad at stand up. So
yeah.
that's
That's
what I that's what I've been doing today is overanalyzing weird pieces of media I find on TikTok.
nice. Yeah, nice. Yeah, yeah. Was she doing a TikTok speech?
No, it was like a clip that someone took. It like wasn't even her TikTok that was like putting it out. It was just somebody put that clip out into the world. I'm assuming because they thought it was as funny as I did.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh yeah, and boy did it get me. Because it had the rhythm of like a Mitch Hedberg joke, you know, like just stark delivery, economy of words, boom, 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 three parts, perfect.
nice.
Except she is very serious about it. Except
Oh,
she's not because she's lying.
yeah,
That's why I don't feel bad. Like, I'd feel bad about people in Korea eating mud and dying if she
yeah,
wasn't lying about it.
yeah, yeah.
So that's what I've been doing today. What have you been up to, Jonathan?
Oh, uh, I walked and I read a chapter in Harry Potter
Hell
and
yeah.
and yeah, you know, talked to my mother.
How'd that go?
Good. Yeah, it went good.
That's good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I used to be kind of a mama's boy before my accident, but now that I've had my accident, I'm just leaning into it.
Hey, you know,
Yeah.
it,
Hey, yeah,
there's just there's something so endearing about one you already being a southern gentleman who loves his mama.
yeah,
It's even better when you go full Forrest Gump and be like, I'm a southern dude with brain damage who loves his mom. Then it's adorable.
yeah, yeah. I do have brain damage, and I do love my mom. Yeah,
That's a t-shirt.
yeah, that is. Yeah,
Jonathan's got brain damage and North Koreans eat mud. We'll see you guys next week.
yeah, yeah.
Fuck. I think
Right.
you could make a good t-shirt of just like my brain may be broke, but my mama still loves me. You know, like just a whole line of merch.
Yeah,
Other
that,
people would buy it ironically, but you could be like, that's just the life I live. I don't know. Like, that's my truth.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I broke my brain, but I still love my mom.
Yeah. Didn't break the part of my brain that loves my mama. That's
Right.
right here. Or whatever, wherever it is. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah,
Fuck.
yeah.
That would be a
I,
fun character to do on stage. To just bust into that for a couple minutes.
yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, I'm gonna write that down.
Do it.
Okay.
Get some suspenders so you can really stretch them out while you say it. I'm turning you into Larry the Cable Guy.
Yeah, you are. Yeah. Now I wear sleeves. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
oh boy. Speaking of dumb shit that I find on the internet, I wanted
Okay.
to try another new segment this week. Last week we did our Mad Libs, which went over wonderfully.
Okay.
This week I have not written up another Mad Libs to do. I'm working on it. And we
Okay.
could also do the same one. That's the nature of Mad Libs. You can reuse it, but I didn't want to reuse it like back to back. We'll see.
Yeah.
But
Right.
so
Yeah.
in lieu of that, I wanted to do a no laugh challenge.
Okay.
I have cobbled together the best 2 minutes and 45 seconds of comedy that I found over the last week.
Okay.
And I'm going to subject you to it.
Okay.
I couldn't get anyone else on the podcast because at least here it's the middle of the day. I'm off of work by now. I don't think Austin's going to be off for a while.
Yeah.
I tried to get other people, but they were like, no, I don't want to do a podcast at whatever time it is. Like, no, I don't want to do a podcast at 2:00. And I was like, fine,
Yeah.
I'll talk to my East Coast people about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I've just I didn't take that clip of the North Korean lady talking about children eating mud and put it in here because
Okay.
it's I think that they flagged it as like sensitive topic, so they wouldn't let people download that video to like
Okay.
make fun of it.
Right.
So these are the videos I could get my hands on.
Okay. Serious face. Man. Man.
Hold on, let me like put you over here. I don't know if it'll like double up the I don't know if that'll be weird, but I'm gonna do it. There we go.
Chorizo.
Chorizo. That's that new Zelda game.
Oh.
I'm just wild about animal crackers, animal crackers. I can't live without animal crackers, animal crackers.
Bam! Egg in the bottle. How do you get the egg out of the bottle? Harder part. Turn it upside down. Blow into this end. Shoots it into your mouth. Oh.
Be upset. Limousine riding, jet flying, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, son of a gun that could kiss any woman right here, even that fat one.
Noodle soup just gives me a pain, and pastrami has a fragrance much too balmy.
Cheers.
Disculpa, ¿te puedo acariciar el bigote? Bien, chao, gracias.
Never ask a Target employee what day it is.
So I thought I told you, stay wise, we're not good
It's
guys.
Target Tuesday.
Nothing thrills me like animal crackers, and without them I'm blue.
I don't know about y'all, but this ship.
I could dine without a fuss upon a hippopotamus. Oh, animal crackers, I love you.
If you like Interstellar, Dune, or Inception, you need to watch this.
So glad that this gas station celebrates all America's heroes like soldiers, cops, statues, firemen, soldiers, wizards, and Bigfoot.
Bigfoot. You
I
did it,
liked
Jonathan.
them. That was pretty funny. Yeah.
I started you off on easy mode. We're gonna get into we're gonna dial up that later when we have multiple people in the no laughing zone.
Okay.
We'll see who can get the most points.
Yeah. Nice.
But you've done well.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah.
Well, that's the no laughing thing. That's the end of that bit.
Okay.
I'm out of things. That's all I planned.
Hey, that's pretty good. I was just planning on talking. That's it.
Yeah, I've found that I am increasingly less good at talking.
Okay.
Mostly just because like I don't do anything anymore.
Okay.
And I've already got like 300 episodes of opinions under my belt, so I'm like, what am I doing?
What do you mean? You're good at talking, though.
That's
You
true. I do it a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just like after a while, I wanted I like that this podcast can be just people talking, but I also hate I also just hate only talking podcasts.
Oh. Okay.
Like, I don't know. All my favorite podcasts, even if they have a fuckload of talking in it, there's like 30 minutes where they have to like do a thing that they've planned to do for the podcast, and then everything else can just be bullshit.
Okay.
So if I just got to write a couple more bits, then one of these days we'll have like 3 segments a show, and then the rest can just be talking shit about North Korea,
Yeah. Yeah. That I feel like what you described there was no accounting for taste.
Yep. See, that's the thing is they were smart enough to build the podcast around voicing their opinions.
Okay.
Man, same thing with All Fantasy Everything. It's the reason I like that podcast too, because like technically there's rules, but they are at the end of the day just sitting around talking about stuff they like
Okay.
or that they don't like.
Yeah. I don't like candy peanuts.
Like the ones that are just like candied, like
No.
the Boston baked beans fake candy ones.
No, like the big orange circus peanuts.
Oh, that's a whole different vibe.
Yeah. I don't I like a real peanut instead.
I like the texture of those circus peanuts. They're like weird and styrofoamy.
Oh yeah, they are.
It's like a marshmallowy fakeness I can't get out of any other man-made material.
Oh.
Sometimes I like foods that are uniquely fucking gross.
Okay. Yeah.
And then that's one of them.
Yeah.
Same with
Yeah.
Peeps, but when you like you get a bunch of candy for Easter and the Peeps are like the last to go, so it's like
Yeah.
been a month or 2.
Yeah.
And they are hard.
Yes.
And that's when I want them. Just like when there's just like circus peanuts, I want the marshmallow to be as not fresh as possible.
Okay. Yeah. Nice.
I think that's because I grew up poor. Like I want my marshmallows to all be like dehydrated and shitty and like bought on sale and have like no moisture left in them, and I'm like, I can really chew on this sugar for a while. Because like I've made fresh marshmallows before. Like it's not an easy process, but it's doable. It's like a meringue and then you add gelatin and get it all whipped together.
Yeah.
And that's really good.
Yeah.
But also I didn't eat them all because they were so soft and wet.
They they weren't shitty enough for you.
Yeah. I waited a week. I just left them on the counter and they were fucking amazing later because they
That-
were exactly what I wanted. Dried
Oh,
out, way too sweet.
nice.
So
Yeah.
I like stuff shitty.
Okay. I like shitty stuff too. Yeah. Yeah. What? Yeah.
What's your favorite shitty thing that you're thinking of? You got any loaded in the chamber?
No.
Anything? Oh man, the one that immediately popped in my head is not
Okay.
only already a shitty food, cream of wheat,
Oh,
which is basically gruel. I love it.
yeah. Yeah. It is.
Uh
It's. I like instant oatmeal.
yeah. But I
Yeah.
also like when the cream of wheat is made bad and super lumpy.
Oh,
It's just like it's like you don't stir it good enough or you cook it too much and then like the bottom just gets curdled and the top is still watery and you mix it together and it's just all like lumpy. Love it.
okay. I don't eat cream of wheat.
It's
Yeah.
like if grits weren't made of corn and were instead made of wheat.
Oh, yeah. Wheat wits.
Yep.
No, wheat grits. I said wheat wits.
Yeah, Greek grits.
Yeah, Greek grits, like Greek yogurt and grits.
I
Like,
feel like putting Greek yogurt in grits would be fucking gross.
yeah, yeah, I would. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but that was the first thing that came to mind is like lumpy cream of wheat. And it's really only because like that would mean my dad had to cook breakfast that morning very hastily before he went to work. Then we got
Okay,
lumpy cream of wheat.
okay.
But I liked it.
Yeah, cool.
There was also
Yeah.
another broke ass dessert from when I was growing up. Just mixing like the giant gallon vanilla ice cream, just mixing a scoop of that with some hot rice, and then just having like a vaguely
Oh,
room temperature ice cream rice soup.
okay.
Pretty good. It makes the rice hard and it makes the soup and it makes the ice cream into soup. And
Yeah,
it's a bunch of rice and melted ice cream. I don't know. I don't know how else to explain it.
nice. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
how Asian I was growing up. Even with ice cream, I ate it with rice.
Okay, cool. Yeah. In
Uh,
Thailand, the greeting that they have is, "Have you eaten rice today?"
Hell yeah.
That's what it literally translates into, because there's no conceivable way that you would not eat rice if you ate something, which is
Mm.
crazy, which I think that's cool. Yeah.
There's also a part of my brain that always wants to slap the big rice bag whenever I am near it. Like
Oh,
when you're in the store and they're all stacked up, gotta slap the rice.
yeah. Yeah.
You gotta do it.
That's
I don't go to church or subscribe to any religion except when you walk in that store. If you don't slap the rice, you have sinned and are going to hell. You
yeah.
can't shop at that store. You can't live in this neighborhood anymore. You have to slap the rice.
Yeah. That's totally reasonable. Yeah. Yeah.
But how much power can we give the Asians when they are all always just eating mud up there in North Korea?
Oh God.
I'm gonna keep bringing it back. Yeah,
Oh,
zing zing. North Koreans eating mud.
and then dying.
Yeah, eating mud, North Korean babies.
Yeah. And then, but don't die.
Yeah, don't die. What's
Yeah.
even better, she elaborates further on in the clip. I'm going all the way back to the beginning.
Okay.
She elaborates further in that clip. She's like, when they eat mud, they die because they can't go to the bathroom for 10 days.
Oh wow.
And then she's like, and the parents keep giving them mud to eat because there's nothing else. And I'm like, that one's on the
Yeah.
parents, honestly. Like, if your kid can't shit because you fed him too much mud, maybe just let him starve to clear it out. He needs a little cleanse.
Right. Yeah.
He's gonna starve anyway. Let him starve being able to shit. I don't want to die with an impacted colon. I'm not Elvis.
But not yet. I
Not yet.
want to be Elvis. Yeah. I
Oh,
don't do all the drugs and have guns and be locked away in Vegas motel somewhere. I don't want that. I just I just like Elvis's music.
the music, and also one of these days, Jonathan, one of these
Oh,
days when I get you the ass tattoo of the podcast logo, uh,
yes.
we'll have to do it in Denver, where we
Yeah.
can get the very sandwich that probably killed Elvis, the Fool's Gold Loaf.
Oh, what?
So the most famous story, I guess, is like this was Elvis's favorite sandwich, the peanut butter and jelly with bacon, right?
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that one. I
Yeah.
I mayonnaise, peanut butter, and banana. I know
He would do
that.
that. He would do that one at home for his for just for having a snack. But he
Okay.
specifically was in love with what was called the Fool's Gold Loaf, which is
Okay.
a full loaf of bread, like French bread or what, like whatever huge loaf. Hollow
Okay.
that shit out. Put a bunch of peanut butter in there, and then you also reduce the jelly down with the bacon in it, just like a bunch of bacon jelly,
Okay.
and you put that on the whole thing, and you just close up the whole loaf, and it's a big fucking like
Oh,
3,000 calorie sandwich or whatever.
yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, and Elvis was like, I need this sandwich. He was like hanging out with his buddy. He's like, you ever had the Fool's Gold Loaf? And the guy's like, no. And Elvis is like, we're getting a private plane right now. We're gonna go fucking get him. Him
Okay.
and his buddy, they go to Denver in a private plane, flown by only like two other pilots. So maybe altogether four people in this interaction.
Okay.
Elvis buys 13 of those sandwiches.
Oh, wow.
Some amount of those four people
Yeah.
ate all 13 of those sandwiches before they touched back down back home.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Which I like to think the pilots split one,
Yeah.
and the guy that was with Elvis like had his own. He was like, "Ooh, I'll take one for later too." And then Elvis ate 10 whole loaves of bread full of peanut butter and bacon and jelly by himself.
Maybe. Yeah. Yeah.
Which, over like a 12-hour span is doable, but you'll
Right.
fucking die.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
He,
that's us.
he was the king,
He
though.
was the king.
Yeah.
And we're gonna do it. One of these days,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get us a trip to Denver, and we're gonna eat
Okay.
13 Fool's Gold loaves.
Oh God. That would be insane.
I feel like I've done worse.
Okay. Nice.
Maybe not that bad.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. The most egregious thing I can think of is I was trying to make a fun burger because Alicia, my fiance, she used to work at In-N-Out, so she's all about burgers.
Oh, nice.
And so I was trying to make her like my special burger, which is a peanut butter and jelly burger
Oh,
with
okay.
cheese. It's got to have cheese. So you peanut butter both sides of the bun, right?
Uh-huh.
Jelly underneath, put the burger on top, and then cheese and peanut butter touch together, making like a real nice creamy situation. It's
Oh,
so good.
okay.
Real bad for you. It'll give you heart problems. But
I don't doubt it. Yeah.
I think that's my most egregious food crime.
Okay.
Other than my birthday 4 or 5 years ago now. I don't think you or Austin were in the house because I wouldn't have been able to do this in front of other people. But I was definitely preparing it for like 2 or 3 days, so I was probably caught like doing parts of it for prep. I made banana bread.
Uh-huh.
I French toasted this banana bread.
Yeah.
And then I made a peanut butter and jelly with banana bread that has been French toasted as
Oh, wow.
the bread part.
Yeah.
And then I wrapped that in saran wrap real tight and let it sit in the fridge overnight. So it'd be one cohesive unit that I could then deep fry in funnel cake batter.
Oh God,
And I
that's
and
yeah.
I ate 3 of those.
Oh wow, yeah. I bet they were very good. Yeah,
Great.
yeah, yeah.
I don't know if they
It's
do
your
it again.
yeah. You deserve it when it's your birthday.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, I'm not gonna get myself any presents this year except
Yeah,
for this.
right. Yeah, and that's enough. Yeah, yeah.
So if anyone's looking to kill themselves with food, I've given you many options.
Oh, yeah. There's uh there's like a subculture, a Tokyo, a Japanese subculture that is where you eat and drink you you spend all your money on food and
Yeah,
beverage. Yeah,
basically not really accepted, but like at least
mm,
a known like hedonism in Japan
yeah,
with stuff like that. That's kind of fun.
yeah.
I there's a fun YouTube subculture of people. I think they're still called growers, where it's
Oh,
like dudes that are super skinny that just want to be fucking fat as hell. So they just
oh,
like document themselves eating wild shit like whole jars of mayonnaise on YouTube so they can get
oh,
fat as hell.
oh God. That sounds like yeah, a fetish kind of
Yeah,
thing.
and it's like the point for them is to like grow and like get like fat and have a huge gut,
Yeah,
but part of it is also encapsulated in like Korean mukbang culture where it's like, oh, eating well in front of the camera, like
yeah,
having unique meals and like eating. But like
yeah,
with like the Korean thing, it makes sense because they're like, oh, we're going to have a meal together, but it's just like digitally over
yeah, yeah,
like a live feed.
right.
Not these crazy fuckers. They're just like dipping pancakes in mayonnaise and eating it,
Oh God,
and then just like there's
that's gross.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
it's gross.
that's too much. Yeah, yeah. I I'm gonna yuck somebody's yum
Yeah.
there.
As a person who eats obnoxious shit, I can
Yeah,
say I don't want to watch myself do that. I
yeah,
have to watch myself do that. It's not
yeah,
fun.
yeah, yeah.
You know what would be fun to watch though is a bunch of those fucking North Korean kids eating mud and dying. Am I right?
We used to make mud pies at my grandma's when I was a kid.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you
Eh,
eat them?
No, we never ate.
I'm
Not
gonna I'm gonna
yeah.
milk this bit for all it's worth.
Okay. Yeah, that's that's fine. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm not sure what kind of chaos is going outside my door, but it sounds bad.
They probably heard the awful foods that I was talking about, and now they're gonna just bust in your room and arrest you
Oh,
for crimes against
oh.
food. Yeah, that's not even
And
plausible.
Sean Hannity,
Yep.
crimes against food and Sean Hannity. I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Yeah, well, that's
Yeah.
what you get for living in the South.
Hey, yeah. I mean, it did not go well once I got back. I tried,
Yeah,
but
at least the world falling apart is like not your fault.
yeah, it's true. It's just reflective of me, of my life, you know?
Yeah, it's more of like a fun allegory playing out
Right.
around you. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Except it's not that much fun, I would say.
Hey, they
Yeah.
can come in, they can beat you up, but they can't beat up the part of your brain that loves your mama.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Better call back.
yeah, nice. Yeah, hell,
Fuck.
yeah, I, yeah, yeah.
Where are you at in Harry Potter right now?
I'm on book 7.
Damn.
Yeah, and so I started reading it today, and I read the first chapter, which I did 3 Pomodoro methods, and then after that I was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna read. And I read for like 20 minutes and just closed out the chapter. Yeah,
Hell yeah. Oh, I'm excited. The just all of the ending parts of that book are just heartbreaking and a great journey.
yeah. I mean, Harry Potter is killer, man.
Yeah.
It just is. Yeah. I don't think we're gonna see metal, Harry Potter metal in our lifetime, but I think it's gonna be, you know,
I
at
feel
some,
like I
yeah.
feel like if we look on YouTube in the right way, I'm gonna find some Harry Potter metal and send it to you. It's got to exist.
Yeah.
It's got like owls and shit. It's gonna be so dope. Because I
Yeah.
mean, what we're like 20 years deep in Harry Potter fandom, so like there's got to be plenty of weird kids that grew up and are just like prodigies at speed metal
Yeah.
and
Huh?
just want to
Yeah.
shred about pumpkin pasties or whatever.
Yes.
It's gonna
And
happen.
drupals
Yes, yeah.
and licorice wands.
And the plight of house elves.
Yeah. Spew. Which,
Spew
yeah. I can't remember what that stands for.
something
Yeah.
potato. Everyone war.
Oh, okay. Yeah. War.
Yeah.
Who, good God. What is it good for? Absolutely. And I say it again. I said war. Who, good God, y'all.
The first time when you first started the song, it almost sounded like you were gonna barf.
Oh, okay. Well,
War.
who?
Good song.
Yeah, yeah. That was meant to be a Bruno Mars hood, not a, a
Not a
yucca.
fake barf.
Right.
Well, in the next no laughing compilation, you best bet I'm gonna have an edit of them going war. Somebody barfing in the middle of it. It's gonna be great.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
I've got like things stuck on my eyelashes. It's
Oh,
maddening.
dude.
I'm like facing the sunlight so I can like extra see them.
Oh,
They're not like,
yeah.
maybe I'm just going crazy. I don't know.
I don't know either.
I
You
have.
look extra tan today.
Oh, thank you. I've been trying to at least see the sun every day.
Nice.
I've been
I don't do that.
hey, you got to get that vitamin D, and I cannot drink milk in the quantities that I did as a child anymore.
Yeah, fair enough.
If you would have told me there's a time where I wouldn't want to just chug straight out of the gallon,
Yeah,
I wouldn't have believed you when I was 10.
yeah.
Maybe I gotta
I
like
believe
buy
that.
Ovaltine.
Yeah. Did you get an Ovaltine decoder ring?
No, I always wanted one because of Christmas Story.
Yeah,
But then
yeah.
also seeing how it plays out in the movie made me be like, nah,
I don't want
I
that.
don't need
Yeah.
to be advertised that hard. This isn't fucking the Cloverfield movie, I'm not trying to solve a riddle.
Yeah. I didn't see the Cloverfield movie.
It's not very worth it. I don't know if you know the full story behind its making, but there
No.
was what they call an alternate reality game, or an ARG, which is basically like, it's not a video game with like graphics that you play. It's like, oh, I went to this weird website and it had like this like cryptic puzzle, and then you solve it, and they gave me this other website, and if you look at the source code of this website, it gives you another link to this picture, like one of those like digital scavenger hunt things.
Yeah, that sounds like too much work.
Yeah, no, and so like the Cloverfield movie was started off as an ARG online, and I used to follow the Cloverfield ARG because I thought it was cool, and I thought like maybe one of these ARGs would actually be like a cool secret society that would make me rich. Those don't exist, but it's a really fun hunt along the way.
Yeah.
But then it just ends up being like a stupid movie.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, it's just a dumb movie that sucks, and I don't watch it because I spent so many hours trying to find different ciphers.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, fuck that shit.
Cypher was in the Matrix. He was the Matrix thing.
Was he the guy that betrayed them?
I
Like
think
Steak?
so. Yeah. 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 Which I don't blame him for Steak.
Same.
Steak.
Like I used to be like, ooh, boo that guy, but nowadays I'm like,
Makes sense.
like, oh no, my regular body is being used as a battery to power these alien ship. I don't give a shit. Give me Steak. What am I doing physically that makes me any more useful than gas for an alien diesel truck,
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Just plug me into your interface, and just like, oh no, an entire life of blowjobs. This world sucks. Like,
what? Well, yeah. Why an entire life of blowjobs? Where are you getting that from?
Once you know what the Matrix is, you can pretty much get it to program whatever you want in life.
Oh,
that's what they were doing with Cypher. They were bribing him, being like, you can have this super dope life where everything is cool. You're just not going to know that this is all fake anymore. And he's like, yeah, all right. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah. That'd be great.
But turns out it was just all an allegory for being trans, which I get. They're yeah, they were like, oh, do you want to live your whole life faking your gender, or do you want to live in the real world where shit kind of sucks, but at least you're open about it?
I don't know.
Yeah, me neither, because I don't know. I don't have to make that choice. But if I did have to make that choice, I choose Steak.
Yeah.
Everyone knows Steak is a gender if you believe Facebook targeted advertising.
Is that what it does?
No, but I really love making fun of, because I specifically look for some like shitty right-wing things in my algorithm to throw them off so they don't know what to actually try to sell me. So I will frequently get those Facebook ads for like, the only gender I need is a steak or whatever, like stupid targeted ads that are just like t-shirts with dumb shit on it.
Okay. Yeah.
But then some of them are funny. Like the joke one is mostly just like, oh, my girl loves that I'm forklift certified. Like there's fun ones.
Yeah. I might not be forklift certified, but I love my mom.
Well, folks, I think that's about where we can end this podcast. Can you get any better than that? I mean,
that was pretty good. That was pretty good. Yeah.
Jonathan, anything going on you want to point people towards other than this podcast?
No, just this podcast.
Dope. Guys, go watch the last episode of this podcast. Jonathan was on that one too.
Yeah. Yeah.
The good news is, hey, I've been pulling clips off of these podcasts and putting them out on like TikTok and doing shorts and stuff.
Yeah.
People are watching again. People are listening. We're getting
No.
back in there, getting back in the swing of things.
Excellent.
So,
Yeah.
audio listeners, try to go to my YouTube channel so you can see the dope, funny clips that I forced Jonathan not to laugh at, like a girl
Right.
just farting into a giant pot while skateboarding around.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
great video.
That was totally what she did. She farted into a pot, and it was a pot fart.
All right. Well, I'm going to go fart in pots. Jonathan's going to go eat a bunch of North Korean mud. We'll see you guys later.
Okay. Bye.